Hello everybody, this is Bina4657 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, and I know what you guys are probably thinking since some of my new fans and subscribers are going to be watching this. They're going to be thinking, Ben, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be recording Tales of Vesperia. Now get to it, you little bitch! Well, yes, I am actually supposed to be recording Tales of Vesperia, and I am going to record it soon today. It's just that, if you're a long-time fan of my videos, and I mean really long-time fan, you might have noticed in my first Let's Play, Final Fantasy 1 for the Game Boy Advance, there is some missing footage between the battle after Tiamat and the Chaos Shrine in Basement 4. So, the reason for that is just because of video corruption, but on the Virtual Console for Wii, here I'll show you. See, I'm playing on my Wii right now. I have this game on Virtual Console. I actually got this file up to the point where my Let's Play was, so I was thinking, hey, you know what, why not show the missing footage now? So I thought that was a pretty good idea, but maybe not, but hey, what can you do? It's already been a minute in the video. Where we left off is I just beat Tiamat and got the 4th crystal restored, or orb in the NES version, which is the one I'm playing right now, in case you couldn't tell. By the way, my team is actually slightly different than the LP file that you've been watching. Here, I'll show you right now. My team is comprised of a fighter, a black belt, black mage, and a white mage. The only thing different is that because I don't have a thief, I have a black belt this time. But in all other cases, yes, it's the same. One thing I actually can't show in this run, though, is how to get a certain weapon that the fighter can use, and that is called Excalibur right here. Now, to get this weapon, I already explained this in the next video of the real Let's Play, but I would like to show you it, but I can't anymore. I'm really sorry about that. But really, all you have to do is in the wind tower where you fight Tiamat, in the 2nd or 3rd floor on the farthest southwest corner of the far southwest room, there's going to be a treasure chest that's going to contain an item called Adamant, and you need to take that Adamant to the Dwarf Village. Now I'm going to show you where the Dwarf Village on the map. Now this map on NES is not very practical. It kind of is if you know the game. Basically, the Dwarf Village is directly southwest of us. You'll see that little dot. You know what? You're not going to be able to tell what the hell I'm talking about. But if, like I said, if you know the game, you might know what I'm talking about. Maybe I can zoom in on the place with Sony Vegas or something, but for that matter, I'm sorry I really can't show you that, but you have to take the Adamant to the leader of the Dwarf Village, who is tempering a sword, and you give that to him, and then he will turn that into Excalibur, and which is the strongest sword in the game. Now, the next thing that we have to do, is now that we have all 4 orbs shining, you might notice on the upper left corner right there, we have all 4 of them. So now we can... That better have been all 4 of them, because I swear I beat Tiamat in this game. You actually have to go back to the Chaos Shrine, and this is actually where you rescue Princess Sarah and fight Garland. You talk to this black orb, and it'll say, the 4 orbs now cover the black orb. To take a step forward... to take a step forward is to go back 2,000 years in time. Wow. We're gonna make some Back to the Future references, alright? No, I'm just kidding. I never actually saw the movie. The Game Boy Advance version will say something different, but the black orb will turn into a portal. So, now we're in the Chaos Shrine 2,000 years ago, so let's get this dungeon underway. By the way, in the NES version, I have all my levels up to 30 right now. Now, in the Game Boy Advance version, that will relatively go out to level 55, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that, but... whatever. Let's just get this over. Let's just get this on. All right, we got some worms here. I don't know what they're gonna be called in the Game Boy Advance version, so I can't actually. I don't really know. I can't exactly remember the weakness either because I have no prior practice with the NES version. This is actually as far as I've ever gotten on this game. But you might notice I have a bunch of spells. Some of them are actually glitched and don't work, so I don't have time to explain that right now. I'm very sorry about that. But let's try and figure out what their weakness is, and let's try fire. Let's use protect on our black mage here so he doesn't die. Okay, these guys aren't relatively too strong, it seems like. Let's see if fire is their weakness. No, it's not. Alright, now, Spud, our black belt, is basically the Terminator. The black belt is the class that does the highest amount of damage in the whole game. Well, not really, but he does the highest physical damage. Classic music. Alright, 2,000 gil for that? Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, for this part of the Chaos Shrine, we have to go this way, towards these stairs. Now, we go into a battle! We got some zombie dragons here. These guys actually put up quite a bit of a fight here, but since they're zombies, they're actually weak against fire. And also because they're zombies, they're also susceptible to the spell Harm or Dia. So, it's not very much damage, but it's just, you know what, any little bit will help. Just wait until that fire spell kicks in, or Spud will just kill him with his bare hands. Yes, if you're playing on the Game Boy Advance version, the black belt is called a monk on that one. And once you're about level 10, or no, not level 10 on the Game Boy Advance version anyway, but once you're around the Elf Town, you're gonna want to have him fight with his bare hands, because he can actually have more hits that way, thereby increasing damage. Now let me explain something. If you're playing on the NES version, there's gonna be a glitch with the black belt. Meaning that a lot of people don't know this, but his armor is actually equivalent to his level. Now, once you level up, it actually won't change until you go and check it. Now that's the glitch. So you just gotta remember to check it every now and then once you level up. You might notice that his evade and hit is extremely high, but his damage is only 60. And our fire's damage is 69. But with a hit of much higher. But since he has a weapon, it doesn't actually have as many hits, but he does a lot more damage overall. I mean, he does a lot more damage per hit. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Hold on a second. I forgot to check my HP levels, see if everyone's still alive. And, I mean, I know everyone's still alive, and I want to make sure everyone's still good on HP, which everyone still is. But if you have a black belt or a monk, they're gonna have pretty much the lowest defense. Badmans. These guys aren't too hard. Just hit them with pretty much any kind of multi-targeting spell. They don't do that much damage. They don't... well, except to the black belt. They don't have that much life, so there isn't too much to worry about here. Just remember to keep your heal spells going for whoever needs them. In this case, Spud here, who is getting his butt kicked. Yeah, that's a little sporadic damage there. Come on, Spud, kick their asses. Don't you go dying on me now. Oh shoot, he's gonna die, isn't he? Damn it. Oh, for God's sakes, thank God he's alive. Alright, I'm going to use... actually, there isn't really much to use here. Okay. But I have a lot of heals, as you can tell. And then I'm going to use Cure 2 on him, so he doesn't die. But... that's okay. You can attack the frick. Damn it, that really sucks. You know what, Spud? You need to get some defense, okay? Yeah, I know that's ineffective. It's not my fault Spud sucks. He's just a freaking douche. Now, there really isn't much else we can do right now. Except run away. Which that actually isn't too bad of an idea right now. So, let's see... come on. By the way, the less enemies you're fighting, the more chances, the bigger chance that you'll have of running away. That was actually really lucky right there. So we're gonna need to use a life spell on him because he's an idiot. We only can use this 4 times, Spud. You gotta stop dying on us. Then you gotta go through this shit all the time. Oh. Hopefully we don't run into any more bad men. God, what kind of name is that? Okay, so let's see. This place looks important. I see a door up there. A gas dragon? Okay. Now I'm gonna focus shot these guys. And if you don't know what that means, you're kind of an idiot, but basically I'm just gonna use Dune and Spud's attack on just one dragon. So let's see how strong these guys really are. Nah, they're pretty weak. Poison, that's not good. Holy crap, did you see that damage right there? That really sucks. Okay, so this fight's over right now, so there isn't too much to worry about. Yeah, Dune, you know what? Freaking show off. He's trying to take the last hit. What do you think you're doing? Okay, that's a big problem. Everyone's dying and stuff. No, we just can't have that. Where's heal 2? There it is. There we go. That's much better. Ooh. Phantom. This is a palette swap of the Evil Eye. And to be honest, he's about as easy. Glare, that never works. Okay, Spud, yeah, just finish him off. Let's see what prizes we get. Oh, that is so gay. Let's see what's in your treasure chest. Alright, that's way more worth it than the thing that we just fought. Why did I just do that? That's obviously a monster tile. What are you gonna do now? Gaze at us and fail? Stop. Ineffective. Ineffective. Time stop. Hey. Yeah, all it does is just stun you. There's no difference. Like, who cares? And the stun goes away after every battle. It's not like I'm gonna lose any experience to that. Alright, more Gil. Sweet. Alright, now this is actually the only part in the game where the loot is actually used. Yes, this is where you're supposed to use the loot that you got in the very beginning of the game. The tune plays, revealing a stairway. Beautiful music fills the air. I already know that. So now this is the second floor. And we're about at a time. I don't want these videos to go too long. I mean, it's just a simple RPG game, so that was kind of redundant. Chimera and a G-Mera? Is that even a word? Who cares? But just kill it with your fists. Like, seriously, is G-Mera... Did they actually expect that to be a word? It's supposed to be like a chimera. You can tell that's just a palette swap, but... Jesus Christ! Like I said, Spud can kill almost anything with his fists. Have you ever punched a chimera and killed it with 5 hits? It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Who's gonna... No, don't... You stay out of the battle. I don't want you to actually take up our turns. Yeah. Alright, so we leveled up to level 31. Strength up, agility up, intelligence up. And she levels up too. Strength, luck. You might notice that the White Wizard kinda looks like a guy in this game. That's because, technically, I think Square Enix meant for all the characters to be guys. But, I don't know, I still think the White Mage looks like a girl. Even in the NES version, even in the Game Boy Advance version, all remakes, it looks like a girl to me. So I just keep calling her a girl. I don't care. Sue me if you want to. Well, gee, if you're not gonna put anything in these rooms, what's the point of even having? Oh, what? Another G-Mera? Wait, no, Dune, don't fight that. Let Spud knock it out with his fists. Like I said, he's the friggin' Terminator. But It's just that his weakness is that he takes a lot of damage, which that's a bad thing. Hey, look at that! He didn't even get a critical hit. Oh, what, Spud? You couldn't kill it? Do you need to take some lessons from Spud? Well, it doesn't really matter now, but we'll help you kill that thing. Ah! Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's not good. Cremate sucks, because it has a chance of turning you to stone, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. But it didn't really say it was ineffective, so I'm gonna say it doesn't. Jeez, that's a lot of money. And Dune leveled up. Strength, agility, intelligence, like he can use it. Well, technically he can use magic, but so far he hasn't been able to use much. And Spud dies a lot, so he needs a lot of experience. He's like way behind. He's like way behind everybody. Okay, god damn it! Where the hell is the stairs? Oh, there they are. Holy crap! Frost giant, frost. Are you kidding? Frost wolves? Those are weak, man. You can't actually expect us to be threatened by frost wolves, can you? Look how low our life is. That's not good. I'm gonna use cure. Yeah, heal rep. That'll work. Since we just leveled up, we got a lot of max HP now, so that'll help. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, look at that. He just knocked out a giant with his fists. The concept behind this is stunning. Maybe I should have used Fyrega. You know what? I don't care. They have no life. And no HP either. Dude, I ran out of time. Okay, after this battle, I'm gonna have to stop the video here, and in the next episode, we are going to delve deeper into the Chaos Shrine 2,000 years ago. I wonder if we can order a pizza. You think you'll get here? How much do you think that would cost? Oh well, I'm pretty sure I got enough gil for that. Ha 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 ha. I made a bad joke at the end of the video. That's not original at all. Okay, I'll see you guys later.